Hello, everybody. Cedric is here, CR Wrestling Commentary. All Elite Wrestling Dynamite. And, it's one of those. What are they doing and why are they doing it? What are they doing and why are they doing it? What are they doing and why are they doing it? So, the show opens with MJF calling Adam Cole, being interrupted by Roderick Strong, who offers to help, but gets pushed backwards to roll away. MJF turns on the heat and says that he's got a bullet for Juice Robinson, and in Philly he won't miss. I forgot all about that.
What do you mean?
That opening, I forgot all about it.
Oh.
Just gone.
Okay.
You know. Dynamite Diamond Ring match. So Juice Robinson versus MJF. MJF starts off fired up, beating Juice from pillar to post.
Yeah.
Juice opened up bleeding for a little bit after getting thrown over a table, which they replayed so you can, for those that didn't catch it, they can watch Juice grab the table and pull it over on top of him so it look more chaotic and whatnot. So,
okay.
Good job, replay man. And then, when I said Juice opened, he bled, and it kept going little by little, but then it cleared up near the end. The guns being a distraction helped turn the tide, and Juice controlled the match for a while, even through a break. MJF makes a comeback while Jay White joins commentary. MJF gets his stuff in, and the crowd pops. He liked the kangaroo kick and stuff like that.
Yeah, trying to dive.
Yeah, they liked it and stuff. He dove on the guns, and that ticked off Jay White. MJF uses the ring and Juice uses his ring, but MJF gets the upper hand after ducking. He gets a good punch in, hits his finish, the Heat Seeker, and gets the win. So after the match, Bullet Club Gold attacks MJF. Roderick and the Kingdom come down to the ring, but they fail to help him. The Acclaim run in and save MJF before he's hit with the belt. Jay and Max argue, and then Max turns down aid of Roderick Strong, and then he turns down the Acclaim. So Max closes Caster Scissors and then upsets Billy Gunn by doing that, and Billy had to be held back because that really did get to him. MJF leaves and is met by Kenny Omega at the top of the stage, who takes a long time to issue a challenge. MJF speeds it up and makes the title match for Collision. Omega gets in his ear and says, 3 days, bitch. Only good part for this, that was the only good part of his G Golly Wild level promo.
Oh, yes. There's a lot of that G Golly Beaver crap. Yep. It was stupid. I was like, what in the world?
Exactly. Yep.
It was.
Wardlow does his Rocky stuff in Philadelphia, and then promises to take everything away from Max. And I was like, hello, Wardlow. Samoa Joe wants his promo back.
I'm serious. Samoa Joe did this, a month ago?
Yep.
And there was no reprisal from that. He hit up Adam Cole and choked him out all viciously, and there was no repercussion for choking out Adam Cole, his MJF's bestest friend and only friend in the whole wide world.
No repercussions.
None. I mean, it's Samoa Joe. What you gonna do? You gonna eat it. That's what you gonna do.
That's what you gonna do. That's what's gonna happen. So Hook and RVD tag up because they're in Philly because ECW and whatnot. I'd rather, why not do it in Michigan? He's alleged from Battle Creek, Michigan, home state at least. But okay, fine. They're going against Dark Order's John Silver and Alex Reynolds. It was a match. RVD got his stuff in. Hook got his stuff in. Silver and Alex Reynolds, they did a few things. They just really got thrown around, got humiliated, and then Evil Uno had to get in with the chair so RVD can get the Van Daminator in because,
gotta have that in.
Yep, gotta have that in. Hook scored the win with Red Rum on John Silver. And look, RVD's moving even better now than he was the last time he was on AEW. I mean, he's getting back in shape. He's looking good. He hit a 5-star frog splash. He didn't get high. He didn't jump far, but he hit with a thud. But he hit safely. It's just that he's got that extra little bit of weird weight on him. Can't see it, but it's there.
He needs to build his butt back.
Oh, he lost booty. Is that what happened?
He's lost booty and it's thrown off his flight pattern.
Toni Storm with another movie where she gets ready for a great day and gains a butler named Luther.
Yep.
She bites an orange, skin and all.
And then spits it out.
Yep. Next, Tony Schiavone introduces Darby Allin and Sting. Darby's arm is all jacked up. So Sting Sting, he gets the mic and he does his promo and whatnot. And then he gives the mic back to Schiavone, and the commentary team just cracks up laughing. I don't know why. Tony Schiavone introduces the gift, and it's Ric Flair who said that he would never be on. No, he never said he wouldn't be. It was Jim Cornette that said, no, he'd never be on AEW because, got to be loyal to Vince. And Flair's kind of like, LOL, I'm loyal to me. Mm-hmm. And he was up there and all this, and Sting marks out when Flair's music plays. He marks out, gets emotional. I got emotional because the last time these two were in a ring together that I can recall was WCW's Last Day. They had their match, short, classic. It was short and still epically classic. Mm-hmm. Did all their stuff, had their fun. They shed tears, brotherly love. It was awesome.
And they paid the price. You got to always pay the price.
They paid the price.
If you
they literally did. They paid the price. Then he had to go to TNA, and Flair, he went to Evolution where he was sort of forgotten about. He was like the main thing, but then they started trying to outshine him. Randy Orton did.
Randy Orton.
And then Flair said, "I'll make you bleed like a virgin." You hear me? I was like,
"Oh, what the hell?"
How many of y'all forgot about that?
Right here, I forgot about it.
Yeah.
What the hell?
I didn't forget that. It was epic.
Yeah, he couldn't say it on TV.
It was. He said that on Raw.
Yeah, he couldn't say it on TV now.
No. Just like when Triple H said, "So what you're saying is you're a pussy."
I remember I was standing in my dorm room watching. I was like,
I was standing in my room. I was like, "Whoa, dude!" But then think about the millions of people that tuned in to hear something that was said like 15 seconds ago.
Yeah.
Dumbass.
Maybe he'll say it again. Maybe he'll say worse.
They will replay that. I like Shane McMahon standing up there like, dude. Shane, that is a meme face for you. They're like, dude. Just like when Big Show used a derogatory term for Japanese people, and actually should have been Thailand. People Thailand, I think, but he used the wrong term. And Shane McMahon was like, really? And he repeated it, and he was like, yeah. And I'm like, dude. So
Shane was like, yeah, but sure, I gotta go. You remember that?
He's like, I got to get away from this.
He got out there, see, I gotta go.
Yep. So yeah, it's some things. Yes, we do know about Booker T talking about Hogan, which was funny. Hold up. We gotta handle some business. Hold up. Where's we camping the mob. It's right here. Come on and get it. Come on and get it. You got to get it. And so we remember that. We also know about Vince McMahon and John Cena and whatnot. We know that. We remember that. So it's we know that. Okay. So it's not lost. It is a lot more. There's a lot more we could go through. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, still, we don't know what they was laughing about, but all of them was cracking up. Were. So, Flair's gift, Sting marks out. I like when they got in and Darby Allin was marking out over Sting.
Yeah.
And you had noticed how Darby Allin's face paint wasn't up to snuff.
It's not.
It's like, yeah, he's right-handed.
He's got to be. I mean, because he got on a nice suit and everything. And it just looked like he kind of smeared some stuff on.
Like he got the idea across.
Yeah, he did.
And look, I got a boxer's break on my left hand. I'm left-handed. There was so much I couldn't do. So many things I learned that I did that I didn't think about.
Darby did the best he could
with what he had.
He should have asked Sting to do it.
So Sting would have done well. Flair gives him credit, puts Sting over, and enjoys a few woos and stuff, hitting the ropes a little bit.
He chopped Sting.
Yeah, he chopped him, and Sting enjoyed it. Christian Cage comes out, and Cedra starts laughing. Cage comes out with his henchmen, like, here comes Cage, just shit all over it.
Yes, he's gonna have his own brand.
And he insults everyone and offers a challenge for Sting and Darby to find a partner. Sting accepts after faking a sneeze and saying he's allergic to jackasses. The crowd got a little cheap pop out of that. And I was like, I really hope it ain't Flair. He really shouldn't get in the ring anymore. And then that's when you explained that the latest thing is that his kidneys are failing. He's on dialysis, and that he's got what? Alcohol something?
Alcoholic cardiomyopathy.
Okay. So can you explain that in layman's terms what that is?
From years of alcohol consumption, the heart no longer functions the way it should. It's highly weakened.
Which is why Christian was talking about his pacemaker and whatnot. And he said, if God was
real, you would have been dead. What,
20 years ago?
20 years ago, yes. So, it was so mean.
I think he was talking about when he got the pacemaker or something. Cage is crafty with his promos. There's always something in there. That's one thing I like about it. And I don't even really try to figure it out. I just enjoy it. After that, we go to another scene. So Jericho sits with Renee Paquette and talks about him and what he can do and maybe he can't do. He knows that Don Callis has a family, but yet Jericho has some friends too. Jericho says that some of his friends are bigger than Hobbs. Maybe he should give them a call. And I'm like, So you want to find more people that you can allege to build up and leave high and dry and floating around, trying to, with all of them working, trying to get one person to not do something, right?
Or some people from wrestling past that probably needs to stay in wrestling past. And moreover, Jericho has so much self-confidence in himself.
Yes.
That he doesn't know what to do with. Who else you going to have self-confidence in? Well, he's going to have self-confidence in Renee Paquette. Going to have self-confidence in Tony Schiavone. What in the world?
Him said it. And so look, I just want to bring up to everybody. Look, how many? I think it's been over a year. The fans kept trying to tell Daniel Garcia he's not a sports entertainer, but he's a pro wrestler.
Yeah.
And now they're trying to get him to stop the dancing. They're booing that.
Mm-hmm.
And you wonder why the wrestlers call you marks and don't take you serious.
Mm-hmm.
You wonder why. The proof is in the pudding that you all made and then said you didn't like, even though you said it was perfect. Just saying. So after that, the Hardys and Brother Zay come out, so they're going against the Hung Bucks, and we skipped, and then we stopped at one point. We see Brother Zay leap on the Page's shoulders and receive a perfect, beyond perfect finishing levels Piccoli driver, only to kick out. I was like, I'm done with these 6 now. I'm just done. Fuck them.
I was done when they came out.
Bucks defeat Zay with the double knee. After the match, Swerve and Nana break into Page's home, looking through stuff, and I'm like, they probably wouldn't even know where he lived. And number 2, this is like a break-in and entry. They might have taken stuff, they're rummaging through things, and all this other stuff is all videotaped, and then they get over the crib where Swerve is talking about, I'm gonna take stuff from you too. And I'm like, this right here is gonna get you about 10 years in prison.
He has got a real problem with home invasion and kidnapping.
It's not kidnapping if you don't take them.
Look,
that's twice.
I'm talking about the history.
Who did he kidnap? Who did Swerve kidnap?
He kidnapped Daddy Ass and cut off his fingers that grew back.
I forgot about that.
I didn't.
That's man napping. That ain't kid. That's a grown ass man.
Okay, he still took somebody from where they belong.
But yeah, he did take it.
And maimed them. So you
got Liam Neeson to find them.
And maimed them, but Daddy Ass is half reptile, so it grew back.
They grew back. He cut them off, and they grew back.
And then he invaded Nick Wayne's house and jacked him up and left him laying in his own blood, because who else blood you gonna leave somebody laying in?
Exactly. Hey, come over here and bleed so I can put somebody else in it.
Oh, sure thing.
Yeah, man. Somebody in my own blood. So then,
I was laying in Dan's blood.
Right after this, Renee Paquette, Adam Copeland, after what we just saw, how do you feel about it? And they're talking about Christian Cage.
Yeah, I was like, why are you asking him about Swerve?
Because he was looking like, oh, that's a bad thing to do. And he's like, Christian. I was like, what in the hell?
I was so confused for a split second. Like,
we did not just see that. Do you know how long? It was like a 20-minute match. Yes. It was a 5-minute home invasion. And then, you know what I'm saying? What in the world?
Maybe they put the segment in the wrong order in the whole thing.
They did it.
They must have put the segment in the wrong.
So Adam Copeland talks about his doubt with Christian Cage and what he should do about it. Sting comes in and tells him about having blinders on with Lex Luger.
Don't be stupid. Once he cheats on you once, he'll cheat again. Is basically what he said.
Yep. And I wrote this refers back to when Lex Luger turned heel and was managed by Harley Race and won the WCW title before leaving for WWF at the time.
Is that when he became the narcissist?
Yep.
I tell you, man, I was so confused when he was the narcissist because they had a mirror that he was always looking at himself in. I was like, this dude is ugly. I was a kid. I didn't understand. He's so ugly. What's he looking in the mirror for?
Sting fires up trying to get Copeland to hear him. And he said, we go way back. Don't mess it up now. Sting's voice is iconic. You can't find anyone else with Sting's voice in pro wrestling. And it's been a long time. So then we get Ruby Soho versus Hikaru Shida. A sign says Shida best around.
Yes.
Wasn't long before this silent crowd saw Shida mess up on a rebound crossbody and just drop. Soho dropped to evade being potatoed, as well as trying to help the move look somewhat okay, but it just looked like a heap.
I'm so tired of watching Shida wrestle.
The end sequence was miserable. Soho had her rolled up, but she stands up from the pin, just stands up, gets pushed forward so she can hit the exposed corner, and then she takes a knee strike to the face. Don't get pinned, just fire pro. Then takes a Falcon Arrow. That's not enough. Got to pick her up. Fire pro. Then Shida uses the spinning soft kick and then goes for the pin. So I can do a pile drive and then try to submit her.
I'm so tired of watching Shida wrestle.
After the match, Toni Storm comes out twirling and shit.
That's it. They had everything go to black and white so she could stand out there with Luther behind her, twirling and making faces for her close-up. And the whole time Shida's in the ring looking like, what the hell am I looking at? What?
Exactly. That's exactly how we look at Shida. If Shida held that face and looked in the mirror, she would understand. Okay, backstage.
Ruby's got great makeup too.
Yeah. Ruby's makeup is on point.
It is. It really is.
Backstage, Samoa Joe says he'll be MJF's friend. In return, he wants a return title match and says Max doesn't have to answer now, but he should think about it.
And Max looked like somebody stole his cookies and then was told that those are the last cookies that they were ever going to be anywhere ever. Yes. That is how he looked. Like, dang.
Someone stole my cookies. Oh, that sucks because those just got discontinued.
There's never going to be cookies again. Of any kind. You will never have cookies again. That's how
Max looked messed up. So we get to the main event. Cassie in the ring and Okada comes out to a decent cheer. Brian and Claudio come out for the tag match. So it's Orange Cassidy and Okada Kazuchika versus Bryan Danielson and Claudio Castagnoli. And some notes here. Cedra laughs because Shivani says that Danielson's arm was...
No. This is Excalibur.
Excalibur said it. Okay. Said that his arm was repaired by an inanimate carbon rod.
Now, I need to ask. I'm going to ask the good people listening, whoever you are there animate carbon rods that they're putting inside people's bodies?
Somebody put a wiggling rod in me and we're going to fight.
I mean, what, is it cheaper? You know, with his move, it keeps hurting, Doc. The rod keeps moving because it's alive. Well, why did you use it?
We needed an animate one. It cost us to get them animated.
No, you got to catch the ones that are in the wilds that are the animated carbon rod.
Animated carbon rod. Okay.
Inanimate. What?
Yep. The Cedra pops again. Sockface says that this is the first time Cassie and Daniels have touched each other in their professional wrestling careers.
Have they touched each other outside of professional wrestling? Why did he word it like that? Why couldn't he say this is the first time that they've wrestled? The first time they've touched each other. Dude!
This is the first time we ever touched. And I want you to know it was a great touch.
If they touched outside of wrestling, that's all good. Why you got to make it weird during the commentary?
Because We all want to touch. It's what we do. We touch. Come on. Let's touch.
Do they listen to these things?
Nope.
They'd be like, oh man, I sound like a dumbass.
No, somebody bring it up to them and they're like, oh, well, I'm getting paid. Taz cites Okada as a well-known striker. I'm like, man, this motherfucker's only ever getting struck when I see him.
He is not a striker.
He's not a striker by any means. He did some good striking today.
Yeah, he did.
It looked real good.
It did.
For once. I mean, I give credit where it's due. It looked good.
Mm-hmm.
It's just.
But he is not a striker.
No, he's not. You know what? Danielson's pretty much a striker. He's not a well-versed striker, but he strikes. I'll give him that. And then, look, Brian took a clothesline across the jaw. Claudio tosses Cassidy up and gives him a lifter, covers him for the pin, covers him like he's a little bitch.
Mm-hmm. He was all limp-bodied.
Yep. And then, I'm like, look, Okada ain't going to lose, right? Hey, look, I'm going to let you borrow my wrestler, but, you make him lose and just on. So, yeah, Cassidy got to take that L. And then Brian's playing hurt. So I'm like, either Brian Danielson is hurt with a busted jaw, or they're running a storyline with Okada coming in from time to time and hurting him. So maybe in time they'll play it up and be like, look, we need to have the epic grand rematch. That probably, I can see that taking place at Wrestle Kingdom or something like that. I don't know what Tony Khan would get out of it, but okay, that's what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Then at the end, from what we could tell, everyone just standing in the ring doing nothing until Claudio's music ends.
Yeah, it was weird because it's like
we just got finished playing a hand of spades, and we're gonna just sit down and think about it.
Danielson was sitting there holding his face, and the doctor's hovering over him for minutes. I'm like, dude, if his face is broke, take him away. Don't just keep looking at him while he holds his face, and then he stop holding his face and try to roll into the ring. So, is your face now not broken, but you had to get everybody out here to be like, oh, is his face broken? All the best friends were out there. Chris Statlander was out there.
Yeah, but they weren't doing anything with him. It was about Orange Cassidy. They came out there. We're going to support the one that's not messed up.
And he was still laying there holding his ribs, from the lifter. So if he's still messed up, okay, it's justified, but him and Okada could have just left.
Okada was standing there kind of like, I don't know what to do.
It looked like he was trying to check on Danielson, but it was just odd. It was odd.
Yep. So what do? We just stand here. It's okay. It's what we do. So yeah, that was it. This has been Cedric and Cedric for CR Wrestling Commentary, All Elite Wrestling Dynamite. So with that, y'all be good, be chill, be safe, and we will see you next time.